Everyone, please rise for the invocation, the Pledge of Allegiance. Lord, we thank you for this opportunity that you gave us here tonight to hear these cases in front of us. We ask that you please watch over us, enlighten us with your wisdom, and help us make the right decision for all those involved.
Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. May be seated.
Meeting guidelines. The following guidelines apply to today's Planning and Zoning Board meeting. Any person, whether participating via the web platform, telephonic conferencing, or physical presence at City Hall, interested in making comments or posing questions on any item on the agenda may do so during the meeting. Members of the public may hear the meeting live through telephonic conferencing using any telephone or cellular phone service. A smart device or computer are not necessary to participate in the meeting if you join by phone. All persons participating via the web platform will be muted during the meeting until called upon to be heard. Participation through Zoom requires a computer or smart mobile device with a microphone and web camera. The participant may elect to participate in the meeting using audio only or appear through both audio and video. The video function of all participants appearing through video will be turned off until called upon to be heard. All lobbyists must register with the Planning and Zoning Board prior to item being heard. A maximum of 4 speakers in favor and 4 speakers in opposition will be allowed to address the Planning and Zoning Board on any item. Each speaker's comments will be limited to 3 minutes. Item number 1, roll call. Mr. Perez?
Here.
Mr. Mason?
Here.
Mr. Iglesias?
Here.
Mr. Jimenez?
Present.
Mr. Ulloa is absent. Mr. Santiesteban?
Here.
Mrs. Enriquez? Here. We have a quorum. Item number 2, approval of Planning and Zoning Board summary agenda of February 26, 2025 as submitted. Motion to approve.
Second.
We had a motion by Mrs. Enriquez, second by Mr. Santiesteban. Mr. Mason?
Yes.
Mr. Iglesias?
Here.
Mr. Mr. Jimenez?
Yes.
Mr. Santiesteban?
Yes.
Mrs. Enriquez? Yes. Mr. Perez?
Yes.
Item has been
Are
approved.
you going to vote present?
Administration of oath to all applicants and anyone who will be speaking before the board on any item.
Todas las personas que van a prestar testamento, por favor, pónganse de pie para jurarlo. Everyone, anyone and everyone that's going to speak in front of the board, please stand, raise your hand so we can swear you in.
If you have down, it doesn't be sworn in case you need to talk.
Ustedes van a prestar testamento o algo a nosotros.
¿Ustedes son los dueños de las propiedades? Ok, tiene que
Pónganse de pie y juren.
Sí.
De todas formas, no duele.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth before this board? ¿Jura o afirma decir la verdad ante esta junta?
Thank you. Thank you. Let the record show the answer was on the affirmative.
Okay. A written decision and resolution will be prepared and presented for review to the city council. The city council is authorized to affirm affirmative conditions or override the decisions by resolution. After the resolution is adopted, contact a member of the city clerk's office to obtain a copy of the final decision or resolution. Upon you receive the final decision or resolution, contact the building department to obtain your required building permit. Summary minutes or a copy of the audio file of the proceedings before the Planning and Zoning Board shall be prepared and submitted to the city council before its hearing. The Planning and Zoning Board recommendations for the following public hearing requests will be heard by the city council at a scheduled meeting of Tuesday, April 8th, 2025. Item number 3. Final decision to allow a front setback of 10 feet where 20 feet are required, and to allow a distance separation from the main structure of 3.3 feet where 10 feet are required for a proposed pergola. Property is located at 371 Pashihowa Drive, Hialeah Zones R1, One Family District. Applicant, Eufemia Olivera. Sí.
Nombre y dirección, por favor. Name and address.
371, Pachijagua Drive, Hialeah 33010.
¿Su nombre?
Eufemio Olivera.
371 Pashihagua Drive, Hialeah, Florida.
Ella va a leerlo en inglés y después se le traduce.
Okay. Thank you.
This property is located in Deer Park facing east along Pashihowa Drive. This lot has the same shape as originally platted according to Plat 8, Book 6, approved in April 1992. The lot is oddly shaped as a triangle located at a corner, creating a physical hardship on the property owner to develop the land and place amenities to enjoy the property. The lot was improved in 1952 with a one-story residence that was placed providing for all setbacks, but there is no rear yard to place any amenities. Over the years, several improvements have been requested and approved. One of the latest approvals has been a pool according to building permit 014065-2024. That is placed to the side of the main structure. The applicant is requesting a pergola facing the new pool of 164 square feet that is encroaching within the required front yard. The applicant is proposing to place the pergola at 10 feet from the property line instead of the 20 feet required. As part of the pergola, the applicant is creating a new pool deck. However, the lot is only providing 27.4% of green area where 30% is required. Based on the shape of the lot, staff has no objection to the pergola setback reduction with the condition of removing concrete areas to meet the minimum 30% green space required. Recommendation, staff recommends approval with conditions. Se lo voy a traducir.
Gracias.
Esta propiedad está ubicada en Deer Park. En su frente es hacia Pashihowa Drive. El lote tiene la misma forma que como fue originalmente plateado en el Plat 8, Book 6, aprobado en abril de 1922. El lote tiene una forma irregular, es un triángulo ubicado en la esquina, creando una dificultad física al propietario para poder desarrollar la tierra y poder incluir amenidades para disfrutar de la propiedad. El lote fue mejorado en 1952 con una residencia en una planta que fue ubicada en el lote cumpliendo con todos los retiros requeridos, pero no quedó ningún lugar para poder poner las amenidades. Sobre los años, muchas mejoras fueron pedidas y aprobadas. Una de las últimas fue una piscina con un permiso obtenido en 2024, que fue ubicada en el costado de la estructura principal. El aplicante está solicitando una pérgola enfrentando la nueva piscina de 164 pies cuadrados que está invadiendo el retiro frontal requerido. El aplicante está proponiendo poner la pérgola a 10 pies de la línea de propiedad en lugar de los 20 pies requeridos. Como parte de la pérgola, el aplicante está extendiendo el deck de la piscina. Sin embargo, el lote solo está proveyendo 27.4% de área verde, donde 30% es requerido. Basado en la configuración del lote, no hay objeción para la pérgola y para la reducción del retiro frontal. Pero lo que sí es importante poner la condición de remover el concreto en algún área para cumplir el mínimo del 30% de área verde requerida. Recomendación, aprobación con condiciones.
Okay.
Do you understand the recommendation? ¿Entiende la recomendación?
Sí.
¿Tiene una pregunta, un comentario?
No, estoy de acuerdo.
No comments
No.
or questions?
She understands and she agrees.
Okay.
Pero es
¿Ah?
que, ¿cómo se pronuncia la calle esa?
Pachijagua.
Ah, exótico.
Pachijagua.
Okay, let the record show that Mr. Ulloa is coming on board. Welcome. All right, comments or questions from the board? Anyone in the audience? Do we have anyone in Zoom for this item? Okay. Anyone on Zoom that has comments or questions on this item? I don't see a hand going on. Okay. All right. All right, what's the pleasure of the board?
Motion to approve with conditions.
Okay, so we had a motion by Mr. Jimenez, second by Mr. Iglesias. Mr. Mason,
Yes.
Mrs. Enriquez,
Yes.
Mr. Perez.
Yes.
Mr. Santiesteban,
Yes.
Mr. Ulloa,
Yes.
Mr. Jimenez,
Yes.
Mr. Iglesias.
Yes.
Item has been approved with conditions.
Okay, se le aprobó. Does she have to come back or? Yeah, I'm talking. Does she have to come back?
Yes, she'll need to come back to her city council, April 8th. Tiene que regresar, aquí mismo, a abril 8, a las 5:30 empieza el meeting.
5:30, abril 8. Okay?
Okay. The planning and zoning board recommendations for the following public hearing requests will be heard by the city council at a scheduled meeting of Tuesday, March 25th, 2025. Item number 4, variance permit to allow an oversized accessory building having 556.2 square feet where 500 square feet is the maximum allowed. Allow rear setback of 4.6 feet where 7.5 feet are required. Allowed interior south side setbacks of 2.6 feet for the accessory building and 281 feet for the gazebo to be legalized. Variance permit to allow interior north side setback of 6.2 feet where 7.5 feet are required. Allow interior south side setback of 5.84 feet where 7.5 feet are required for an existing addition to the main structure to be legalized. And to allow a distance separation of 1.5 feet between the gazebo and main structure, where 10 feet is the minimum required. Property is located at 100 East 37th Street, Hialeah, zones R1, one family district. Applicant, Reinaldo Pedraza Acosta.
Nombre y dirección. Bien. Ella le va a leer. Oh, good.
¿Otra vez?
De nuevo, por favor.
Reinaldo Pedraza, 100 East 37th Street, Hialeah, Florida.
Okay, thank you.
Reynaldo Pedraza, 100 East 37th Street.
Ella va a leerle el caso, entonces después se le traduce en español. Thank you.
This lot is located at the southeast corner of East 37th Street and East First Avenue intersection. According to city records, the lot is approximately 10,350 square feet and was improved with a one-story single-family home in 1955. A West Side carport and a Florida room were built with proper building permits in 1960, and a pool was permitted to be built in 1970. In the year 2000, the applicant received a final decision for a carport in the front yard and the West Side carport conversion to a garage. The 2000 plans reflected the removal and reduction of 2 aluminum roofs because they were built without the benefit of a building permit. The plans also called for the correction of side setbacks and the removal of a portion of a concrete slab to provide for the minimum 2 feet side setback for drainage. The property has received several code cases over the years, mainly for work without building permits. The latest is under complaint 2019-04435, which includes several illegalities of construction without the required building permit. This application survey reflects several items built without the benefit of a building permit listed as follows: a west side garage expansion with an aluminum roof, an east side master bedroom addition, an attached terrace with an aluminum roof, a pool deck and several concrete slabs throughout the property, a west side carport, and a detached enclosed rear structure with a gazebo. This application proposes the removal of several concrete slabs throughout the property to comply with a minimum 30% green open space and the removal of the west side aluminum roof and the east side carport. The current plans call for the legalization of several items. However, since these structures were built illegally, several items require variances to be legalized. For example, the detached rear structure is an oversized accessory building of 556.2 square feet, where only 500 square feet is allowed with an open gazebo of additional 230.5 square feet. The open gazebo was also built a separation of 1 feet from the main house where 10 feet separation is required. The request includes setback variances for the rear and interior south side setbacks. The rear setback requirement is 7.5 feet, where 4.6 feet are being proposed, and the interior south setback is 2.6 feet, where 7.5 feet is required. These rear and side setbacks and separation requirement variances are recommended for denial. Therefore, it should be demolished based on the history of construction without a permit and the proximity to the neighboring properties. There is also a 2-foot easement to the south of this property. Regarding the west side garage expansion with an aluminum roof that is requesting an interior north side setback of 6.2 feet, where 7.5 feet are required, staff is recommending to provide additional information to confirm that this area will be developed as a garage, since the area to the rear is labeled as exercise room with a sink and a full bathroom. This space shall be completely remodeled to comply as a garage without a sink and full bathroom. The east side master bedroom addition is requesting an interior side setback of 5.84 feet, where 7.5 feet is required. Staff is recommending approval for this variance based on the provided plans and layout of the master bedroom. According to the Miami-Dade County Property Appraisal page, this is a 5-bedroom, 5-bathroom property and is currently a homestead property. However, the plans submitted only reflect 4 bedrooms and the property has not submitted any application for extended family quarters or tenant certificate. This property has been excessively constructed over the years without the benefit of building permits, and the proffers made in 2000 were not fulfilled, according to the survey submitted. Therefore, multiple illegalities continued from the previous approval. Recommendations. Staff recommends denial of the oversized accessory building and the gazebo setback and separation variances. Staff recommends approval for the south side interior setback variance to legalize the master bedroom. And regarding the legalization of the garage and north setback variances, staff recommends approval with the condition to submit additional information for the garage layout and the removal of the full bathroom and sink. ¿Necesita que se lo traduzca?
Para algo.
Este lote está ubicado en la esquina sudeste de la calle 37 del Este y la avenida Primera. De acuerdo con los récords de la ciudad, el lote tiene 10.350 pies cuadrados y tiene una casa construida, una vivienda unifamiliar construida en el año 1955. Un carport en el lado oeste y un Florida Room fueron construidos con permisos en el año 1960 y una piscina fue permitida para ser construida en 1970. En el año 2000, el aplicante recibió una aprobación de un ajuste con el número 0002 para instalar un carport en la parte del frente de la casa y convertir el carport en el lado oeste a un garaje. Los planos del 2000 reflejan que se iba a remover y reducir 2 techos de aluminio porque fueron construidos sin el beneficio de un permiso. Los planos también prometían la corrección de los setbacks laterales y la remoción de parte del concreto para proveer el mínimo requerimiento de 2 pies para drenaje en los lados. La propiedad recibió numerosos casos de código a través de los años, principalmente por trabajo realizado sin permisos de construcción. El último caso es del año 2019, que incluye varias ilegalidades de construcción hechas sin los permisos requeridos. El survey presentado por el aplicante refleja varias estructuras construidas sin el beneficio de un permiso y listadas como sigue. Un garage, una expansión del garage en el lado oeste con un techo de aluminio. Una adición al master bedroom en el lado este. una terraza adosada con un techo de aluminio, un deck para la piscina y varios slabs de concreto a lo largo de la propiedad, un carport en el lado oeste de la casa y una estructura separada de la casa con un gazebo. Esta aplicación propone remover varios de los slabs de concreto en la propiedad para poder cumplir con el mínimo de 30% de área verde, y también dice que va a remover el techo de aluminio del lado oeste y el carport en el lado oeste. Los planos sometidos muestran que se van a legalizar varios ítems. Sin embargo, estas estructuras fueron construidas ilegalmente y por eso es que requieren variantes para poder ser legalizadas. Por ejemplo, la estructura que está separada de la casa es una estructura accesoria de 556 pies cuadrados, donde 500 pies cuadrados es lo máximo permitido, y que además tiene un gazebo que tiene 230 pies cuadrados más. El gazebo fue construido a una separación de 1.5 pies, donde 10 pies es la separación requerida. La solicitud incluye variantes de los retiros obligatorios para la parte posterior e interior en el lado sur. El requerimiento del retiro posterior es de 7.5 pies, donde 4.6 pies son propuestos, y el retiro lateral es de 2.6 pies, donde se requieren 7.5 pies. Estos retiros obligatorios de la parte posterior y lateral y la separación, el pedido de la reducción de la distancia de separación son recomendados para ser denegadas. Por lo tanto, deben ser demolidas basadas en la historia de la construcción sin permiso y en la proximidad a las residencias adyacentes. También hay una servidumbre de 2 pies en el lado sur de esta propiedad. Con respecto al garage en el lado oeste, que tiene una expansión con un techo de aluminio, que está pidiendo un retiro de 6.2 pies, donde 7 se requieren, staff está recomendando que se provea información adicional para confirmar que esta área va a ser desarrollada como un garaje, dado que el área inmediatamente adyacente está etiquetada como un lugar, un cuarto de ejercicio con un baño completo y un zinc como de una cocina. Este espacio debe ser completamente remodelado para cumplir con una distribución que muestre un garaje sin la pileta sin el fregadero para la cocina y sin un baño completo. El master bedroom, la adición del master bedroom del lado oeste está pidiendo un retiro lateral de 5.84 pies, donde se requieren 7 pies. El staff está recomendando la aprobación de esta variante basada en los planos presentados y la distribución del master bedroom. De acuerdo al Miami-Dade Property Appraisal, esto es una vivienda de 5 dormitorios y 5 baños y tiene la exención de homestead. Sin embargo, los planos sometidos solo muestran 4 dormitorios y la propiedad nunca sometió una aplicación para los Extended Family Living Quarters o un Tenant Certificate. Esta propiedad fue excesivamente construida a través de los años sin el beneficio de permisos, y las promesas hechas en el año 2000 no fueron cumplidas de acuerdo a lo que se ve en el survey sometido. Por lo tanto, hay múltiples ilegalidades que continúan desde la aprobación previa del año 2000. La recomendación, staff recomienda denegación del accessory building sobredimensionado, del setback del gazebo y de la variante de la separación. Staff recomienda aprobación de la variante del retiro sur, lateral y para legalizar el master bedroom. Con respecto a la legalización del garage y la variante del retiro del lado norte, staff recomienda aprobación con la condición que se someta información adicional para la evolución del garaje y la eliminación del baño completo y el fregadero de cocina. Eso es.
Wow. ¿Entendió?
Sí, pero hay cosas que no pegan.
Yes, I understand, but there are things that they don't match.
Ese cuarto no tiene cocina.
That bedroom doesn't have a kitchen.
Well, it has a counter and a sink. So a counter and a sink, you put a microwave, you bring a fridge, and you have a kitchen. Lo que dije es que tiene un mostrador
Sí, eso
y
sí
un
tiene.
fregadero de cocina. Solo trayendo un microondas y un refrigerador, eso es una cocina.
Pero yo en el cuarto también tengo un fregadero y tengo, digo,
I also have a
refrigerador.
sink on my bedroom.
¿eh?
Yo
Bueno.
solo estoy traduciendo.
Ya.
Bueno, there is a sink in the bedroom for the bathroom. There's no counter with a sink in the bedroom. There's a kitchen, one kitchen that is adjacent to the living room, and that is normal. But then there are parts of the house that if you look well and you have some imagination, you know that there can be 3 units there.
Deborah, I have a question. It says here, according to the Miami-Dade County Property Appraisal, there's a 5-bedroom, 5-bathroom property and it's
Yes,
currently a
because they-
homestead property.
They tax the property on what they see, and somehow they visited the property for the, how do you call it? No,
So it says
que pedimos.
5-bedroom, 5-bathroom property.
the property jackets, and they go and they inspect the property. So if they write there 5 bedrooms, it's because they saw 5 bedrooms.
Who
So
saw
they-
that?
Miami-Dade County, they charge you for what the taxes that you pay are for what you have in the property, not for what is legal or illegal. So if you officially have 3 bedrooms, but you have in reality 5 bedrooms, Miami-Dade County will tax you for the 5 bedrooms, but only 3 are legal.
Okay, but then,
So what is not consistent is that he's presenting a plan with 4 bedrooms, and Miami-Dade County is saying they have 5 bedrooms.
5-bedroom. And how is it relevant that extended family quarters or tenant certificate? Like,
Well, because if he has the homestead property there and he has family members living with him, it's an extended family, he can have a second kitchen, he can have
Oh, I
a
see.
separate living quarter, but there's no application. And the tenant certificate, it also allows you to have like a living unit that you can rent out, but you need to come and apply for that. And also the structure needs to be legal, no?
so it's supposed to be 4-4, but he has a 5-5.
Yeah, but that is part of the problem of all the other problems.
Yeah, I just didn't understand that part.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Would somebody like to translate some of that to the applicant?
Yo le estaba diciendo que estaba un poco confundido porque el condado dice que tiene 5 cuartos y 5 baños.
Es que eso es lo que tiene.
Exacto. Pero los planos que ustedes sometieron reflejan 4 cuartos.
No, 5 cuartos.
No, uno dice que es un exercise room.
Pero es un cuarto. Por eso que son 5 cuartos.
Entonces, como había una discrepancia y entonces como no tiene como un certificado de tener un inquilino o familia extendida, es lo que tenía esa confusión.
Ya.
Entonces, son 5 cuartos y
5
5...
cuartos y 5 baños.
Ya. Yo estaba viendo en el satélite que usted ha usado cada pulgada del...
Sí, eso sí es cierto.
Sí,
Yo desconocía muchas cosas y también sabía que no pensé nunca que voy a llegar a este nivel, con esta edad que tengo, a este nivel, este problema. Pensé que eso...
Okay, un momentito.
That's true, that I have constructed. The house has 5 bedrooms and have 5 bathrooms. Then you were talking about, ¿qué después
No,
dijo de eso?
he said that he never thought that he would have these problems at this
At this
age.
stage.
But yo le hago una pregunta. I will ask him a question. In the year 2000, you already came here and you knew that there were problems. Usted vino en el año 2000 a pedir un ajuste y ya sabía que había problemas. Desde el año 2000 ahora pasaron 25 años. Usted no tenía la edad que tiene ahora.
No, 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 no.
25
Eso,
years has passed since the year 2000 and you were younger at that time.
eso no es correcto.
No, that is
Yo
not
tenía un
true.
contratista
I had a
que fue el que hizo el
contractor
trabajo.
that did the
Y
work,
él me dijo a mí que todo estaba correcto.
and he told me that everything was fine.
Yo no hice el trabajo yo.
I didn't do the
Yo
work.
busqué a alguien, un ingeniero y a un contratista.
I found an engineer and a contractor,
Y el contratista fue el que se encargó de todo.
and the contractor was the one
Y
in
me
charge
dijo
of
que todo
everything,
estaba correcto.
and
Y
told me
todo
that
estaba
everything
terminado.
was correct.
Inclusive fueron a un hearing para la distancia del frente de la casa.
Even though they went to a hearing for the distance to the front of the house.
Así que yo no entiendo por qué dice que en el 2000.
So I don't understand why that happened in the 2000.
Were there any permits drawn? ¿Usted sacó permiso para hacer eso?
Sí, sí, se
Do we
se-
have-
se- se hizo
Yes,
el techo completo, se hizo completo, se hizo la parte de adelante y se hizo el cuarto de atrás.
I did the front part of the house and the side of the house.
Deborah, the part that we're denying, that you recommend the denial of the accessory building and the gazebo setback. Why is that? Like, that's the part I don't understand.
Well, because there are too many things and it's.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at it, but
looks like.
it's hard to tell what's
It
what.
doesn't look reasonable. That looks as a unit, so. Here
So-
we have, I don't know how many people live in the house.
So
The
what-
house has 1, 2, 3, 4 bedrooms, a family room.
I'm not in
Why?
disagreement. I just want to understand because I'm looking at the satellite
Well,
picture. and
Why?
There's
Because,
roofs all over the place.
why? Because enough is enough. There's a point, no? Where-
But the gazebo, is that the structure that's in the southeast, extreme southeast portion? Is that what it is?
The gazebo is the one that is adjacent to the exercise room. Where you sit, can you look at that? The gazebo is if you look at the survey, you will see the gazebo. You will see the structure, you will see, look. You have this structure here and the gazebo. This structure and the gazebo.
Okay, so what's all the way in the back?
Yeah.
Structure in the back is that.
Is this right here?
Deborah, you're saying the structure in the back, the one that says exercise room and the gazebo is what needs to be
Yeah.
demolished?
He has the exercise room
Frames,
attached
okay.
to the house or there with a breezeway. But then there is another structure in the back that has two utility.
Yeah, that one.
rooms, a bar and a gymnasium.
That's what needs to be torn down along with the gazebo. So not the little unit that he
No,
has
no,
with the
no,
sink and
no.
such. Okay, okay, gotcha.
And the reason we don't want the last story frame. long-
Because it's too close to the property line.
To the
It
neighbors.
impacts the neighbors.
Okay,
And if you have 5 bedrooms, and one is an exercise room, why you need a gymnasium, a bar, a utility room, and the gazebo so close
so
to
in the
house?
back, is that the gym? Is that what it is?
One of the gyms.
Oh, una pregunta, la estructura que usted tiene contra la cerca, atrás, ¿eso es un gimnasio? ¿Qué es eso? ¿Eso es un techo, un gimnasio? ¿Qué es?
Sí, eso que está ahí es un cuarto de herramientas.
That is what it is a room for
una
tools
sesión, cuartico para hacer ejercicio.
and a room to do exercise.
¿Y el gazebo qué es para
El gazebo
cocinar?
está
o-
delante de la estructura esa larga.
The gazebo is at front, in front of the large.
Como a 4 o 5 pies, está como a 5 o 6 pies de la cerca de atrás y a 2 pies y pico del otro
It
lado.
is around 5 feet from the back and 2 feet from the side.
¿Y el gazebo qué es para hacer
Sir,
fiesta?
sir, your question has to be in English, sir, and you can
Is
translate.
the gazebo gonna be for you doing parties? Fiestecita?
No, es para compartir ahí atrás con mis hijos.
No, is to live with,
Ahí comemos
to
lo
enjoy
que
with my
es Navidad
family.
y cosas esas.
Okay, yes, sir.
Through the chair.
Yes,
The long structure, It's sitting right on the property line, that long structure down on the bottom.
Well,
Because the-
4.6 feet on one side, on the rear, and then on the side, 2.6 feet.
And that you mean of like setback, like the little
Yeah.
setback? Because on the Google,
4.6 and 2.6.
through Google, it doesn't reflect what I see here on the blue.
Bueno, we have to, and this is
Yeah,
the
this is-
document that the surveyor prepared and that measures, and that is how it is.
Well, as far as Google Map is concerned, the aerial shots, the entire property is, except for the very, very front driveway, the entire property is covered with structures up to, from property line to property line. So there is no room there for drainage or
And also there's no drainage. He has an exercise room already in the house. There are aluminum roofs throughout, so he can have the Christmas party in those rooms. So I
No,
don't see any
down here,
hardship to
on the
allow
side.
this. It's an overcrowded lot.
Through the chair.
Yes, sir.
The only thing that concerns me is like that story, like that little house in the back. I know it's big, but I mean, if we take that away, like where's he gonna store his lawnmower? I know he doesn't have a lot of lawn, but like, what if he reduced it?
In the garage, he cannot do it in the garage.
Okay.
Have you looked at the property? Do you see any grass there other than outside?
Yeah, and the neighbor's property, there's grass.
Through the chair.
Yes, sir.
One of my concern is that the whole area is pretty much concrete.
And
And one of the issues that we've run in the annex with some of the townhouses is that people put pavers to property line. And what happens is that we have floods and the drainage pushes the water to your neighbor's house.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or
Which
to the
that's a
street,
big
and to the
concern.
streets.
That's a big concern to me, which, there's no drainage. Like the only green space I see is in the front of the property, which is that little fountain and those rocks there. But this would literally push to the neighbor's house, the water.
And Deborah, like, what if you remove the storage shed in the back and just leave the gazebo? Because I see that has even tile, like it seems like a big investment.
I don't know, he has to decide. He has to decide what to do.
Sir, like what happened is that they're approving everything else except the storage unit in the back with the little gazebo. That's what is not being recommended to approved. Lo que estoy diciendo es que lo que le están desaprobando es la casita de desahogo que tiene atrás, o el caserón, porque es largo,
Sí, son-
y
es larguito.
el gazebo. Pero yo lo que estaba proponiendo, si usted quería, yo veo que el gazebo tiene un techo bonito y no solo aquí se ve del cielo, pero dejar el gazebo y eliminar la casita eso de atrás.
The gazebo has 230 square feet and he has a terrace with 415 square feet, so if he needs a space, a terrace to be there, and there's a reason for the setback, it's the privacy of the adjacent neighbor. So you don't want your neighbor at 2 feet making parties, that's why the distance of 7.5 feet is required, so you can put some vegetation and don't impact the neighbors.
So the gazebo is the one that's 5.84 feet or?
No, the
They do.
gazebo is 2.81 feet.
Oh,
from the
it's really
property
good.
line, where 7.5 feet are required.
Okay. ¿Tú entiendes? Do you understand?
I think that maybe he needs to table the item, go home, sit with the person that is doing his plans, rethink everything, show that the garage will be a garage and show in good faith that this will be like a single family home.
He been able to work with your office or?
He submitted the complete plans and this is what we found.
Do you have somebody that's helping you with this? ¿Usted tiene alguien que lo está ayudando con esto?
Con respecto a
Al proceso este,
Sí,
this process.
sí,
Yes,
y
my
un arquitecto.
my son. And an architect
Okay.
that I found.
Because what we're proposing is to table your item and then you could work with the administration and try to come to a better solution. Lo que estaba proponiendo es postergar este tema y ustedes trabajar con la directora para que tengan una aprobación, una mejor aprobación, porque ahora estamos aprobando parte y negando parte. Entonces, si seguimos ahora, le van a negar parte, pero si usted trabaja con ellos, puede que se arregle todo, ¿sabes?
Sí, nos podemos arreglar.
Si
Yeah,
usted
we can
quiere.
fix it.
Yo, increíble, yo quería también lo del garaje, yo lo voy a arreglar. eso.
And I want to.
Yo pensé que
The
garage
garage, I'm
sí.
gonna fix it.
¿Eh?
I'm just translating.
Está
Yo
traduciendo.
solo estoy traduciéndolo a usted.
Tiene que
Yeah.
dar una oportunidad
Ya. Es que me emociona.
Siga hablando,
Sí.
siga hablando,
Sigo.
siga hablando, sí, sí,
Y ella traduce.
sí,
Lo del garaje,
about the garage.
yo lo voy a resolver con
I'm
la,
going
con
to
la
resolve
arquitecta.
it.
Voy a hacer la estructura bien hecha y voy a hacer un techo bien hecho.
I'm gonna fix the structure, I'm gonna do
Para
the
que vean los
roof
inspectores
right.
y vean eso y
So they
no haya
can-
más problema con el garaje.
So the inspector can see it and there is no more problem
Y
with
lo
the
del
garage.
Yo creo que sería criminal desbaratarlo porque es de concreto completo.
And about the gazebo, I think it's a
La
criminal
parte
action
atrás-
to remove it.
Yo la parte de atrás me puedo sacrificar y desbaratarla. Inclusive romper un pedazo concreto que ya siempre he estado para eso.
The
Eso sí.
rear part, I can
Para
sacrifice it and remove it.
del agua que ella
The,
necesita.
the drainage problem.
Chiquito.
un poquito para que ella traduzca, entonces pues vuelva a...
Ya.
Ella es buena, pero, ¿sabes? Hay que darle un
No, el
chance.
malo soy yo.
No, no tan buena.
No, pero es buena, pero no se enfadó.
Un consejo. Un consejo que le voy a dar, no me van a reír. Yo tengo bronquitis asmática. Aparte que ahora estoy con la gripe. Entonces, yo lo, por un digamos, por el garaje o por la parte de atrás.
Por la parte de atrás, por la parte, quedó en la parte de atrás.
propuesta es
La parte de
siguiente,
atrás.
sí.
Yo lo puedo cortar, desbaratar esa parte.
I can demolish the back part
Y entonces, inclusive picarle un pedazo concreto para que
and
ella
then
tenga
remove the
regadío.
concrete area so they can be drainage.
Yo
Just-
estoy de acuerdo todo hacer las cosas bien hechas para salir ya de
Just make sure.
I agree that I have to fix many of the things that I can do
Yeah.
the right thing.
Just make sure that whatever you're gonna do, you talk to them first to make sure that it's okay.
Yeah,
Lo
my
que,
suggestion is that we make a meeting with the architect. You come to our office with the architect. We tell her or him what they have to do. So then you submit plans where we all agree that you're removing the bathroom, that you're removing the structure. We all agree, and then you come with something that is accepted and could be recommended for approval. La recomendación es que usted venga, se reúna con nosotros, traiga a su arquitecta, nos sentemos con estos planos, le damos la recomendación de lo que estamos diciendo acá y nos pongamos de acuerdo qué es lo que va a demoler, qué es lo que va a tener y que ella someta unos planos con esa nueva propuesta de cómo van a ser las cosas.
Y entonces, ¿cómo quedamos ahora?
And then
Okay.
how do we end up then?
The
We're going to suggest a table.
To table, sí.
Okay,
Wouldn't
vamos.
it, wouldn't it be good to suggest that he meets like a legal counsel, like somebody like Caesar or somebody, or can we do
No,
that?
he doesn't need that. With the architect, if he has a professional working with him, it's okay.
Okay.
Están
this
haciendo
is
una
busy.
propuesta para darle más tiempo, para hacer
Y los límites de la casa. No hay problema.
Ok, vamos,
Van a seguir
Vamos a-
I'd like to
trabajando,
motion
van a
to
seguir
table,
trabajando.
because we're just
sí,
sitting our.
vamos a proponer poner su aplicación en espera. Ok, para darle la oportunidad de que usted venga con sus representantes y hable con la directora.
Ya.
Okay, we're going to suggest putting this on table
Yeah, I'm
so that
going to
she
table.
can, so that he can
Second that
come in and. Okay, we have a motion and a second for table.
Yes, we had a motion by Mr. Ulloa, second by Mr. Jimenez. Mr. Iglesias,
Yes.
Mr. Mason,
Ya.
Mr. Ulloa,
Yes.
Mrs. Enriquez.
Yes.
Mr. Perez,
Yes.
Mr. Santiesteban,
Yes.
Mr. Jimenez.
Yes.
Item has been tabled until further notice.
Okay, se suspendió no suspendió, se
Postergó.
pospuso, sí. Okay, su aplicación no tiene fecha, está indefinida por el momento. Okay, pero sí es importante que ustedes vengan, hagan un apoyo con él y se comuniquen con él.
Ya le digo a la arquitecta que me haga los planos directos, ya directo.
Que ven,
O que venga a ver a ella
Vengan.
para ver qué plano hacemos.
traiga todo lo que tiene. Traiga. Sí. La arquitecta, los papeles que tiene, usted
Los papeles los
encuentre,
tiene usted,
reúnase
trae todos
con.
los papeles para acá.
Okay, so basically just him, his architect, and whatever other representative to meet with staff. Okay,
Ya, eso
ahora
hay que pagar.
la bola se le tiró a su parte. Usted es el que tiene ahora que mira.
No, no, por mi parte no se preocupe porque yo tengo un tremendo bate.
Ok, bueno, pues ya sabe.
Ok, pase buenas tardes.
Bien.
So item number 5, the applicant has requested to table the item until March 26, 2025. Let me read the address. The address is 65 West 7th Street, Hialeah Zones R3D, Multiple Family District. Applicant Cesar Mestre, Esquire, on behalf of RHM Development LLC.
Okay, even though the applicant requested that we need to make a motion to a table.
Motion to
No
table.
action. No, no.
No?
No action.
Okay, no action.
So item number 5, no action.
Do you want the plans back?
Yes, please. If you ever, okay. Miscellaneous items not requiring advertising. Item number 6, tentative plat of Emeka Hialeah.
Okay, this is a plat of a vacant property that is on Red Road and West 23rd Street. It's a corner site that is vacant. And the Department of Water and Sewers has comments of the existing water mains and that the pump station is in okay status. And if there is a change of use, approval is required from the Department of Public Works and DERM. Fire Department, Police Department, Parks and Recreation and Planning have no objections. The Streets Department does not oppose the tentative plat. However, for the final plat to be approved, a detailed site plan must be submitted for review. The recommendation is approved.
Okay. Comments or questions? Pleasure of the board.
Motion to approve. We have a motion by Mrs. Enriquez, second by Mr. Iglesias. Mr. Santiesteban,
Yes.
Mr. Perez,
Yes.
Mr. Mason, Mr. Iglesias.
Yes.
Mrs. Enriquez.
Yes.
Mr. Ulloa.
Yes.
Mr. Jimenez.
Yes.
Item has been approved. Item number 7, old business? No old business. Item number 8, new business.
New
No
business?
new business.
Okay. Item number
Okay.
8, no new business.
If there's no more shenanigans going on, meeting is adjourned.